Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to walk through how to create, send and get signed a contract when entering a sale with a client. So essentially what we've done is to build into Client Funnels a very simple digital signature system. So it's not as advanced as maybe something like a DocuSign or something like that, where they actually kind of bring up the whole document and sign in a certain place, etc. But what you do need is an agreement signature, a digital signature that suffices. So what it means is that automatically when you're on the phone with a client, you can take the actual deposit or the full payment, and you basically say to them, great, that payment's just gone through. You're now going to receive an email with the receipt to say it's been paid. You're also going to receive an email with your contract, which I need you to read and then sign digitally. And all you do is click the link, sign it, and then we have it on file. Okay, so that then means then they've agreed to the signature, they've agreed to the contract, and they've agreed to that payment, etc. So it's all done really automatically without you having to get involved, chase them down for an agreement, all that kind of stuff. So it makes it really, really simple, but it also looks super professional as well. So what we need to do first off is to create the contract. Okay, now we don't give you a sample contract just because everyone's business is different. I don't know how you're going to work with that client. I don't know if it's going to be one-to-one, whether it's in a group, whether it's going to be, on the phone every week or whatever. So you determine what your contract looks like, what the terms of business are that you're going to work with them on, okay? And any general agreements in there, please search online for general sample coaching contracts or agreement contracts on there. You can put in whatever you want in there. But once you have it, what you need to do is create it in a PDF and save it as a PDF. And then what you need to do, first things first, is to upload it obviously as a contract into our system. So I'm just going to click on add contract. I'm going to select the file. Okay, it needs to be a PDF, it can't be any other version. So I've got my coaching contract sample here, and again, very, very simple. I'll show you what it looks like later on once we actually go through the whole process. So I'm just going to call this, so I'm just going to put contract coaching agreement. Let's just call it that for now. Okay, any notes and a signature required? Yes, we're going to need a signature. So we're going to click save. Now I've got that agreement inside of our system, like so. So the next thing we now need to do, a contract is then attached to a program. So we go to our programs tab, and what I recommend you do, like I say, if you're taking a deposit or a pay in full, normally you're going to do this directly on the phone. So when you're on the phone with the person, you're going to say, great, let's take the deposit payment now. You take their card details, you put it into our system, that payment goes through, and then as you assign that program to take the payment, this will also kick off the contract agreement email going out automatically. You don't have to populate or do anything, so we're kind of taking care of that. So I recommend you attach the contract to both the pay in full and the deposit. The reason we don't attach it to the payment plan one is because, like I say, I recommend you do that once you're off the phone with the client to set up those reoccurring payments so you don't get flustered, etc. Please check the members support area for this software as to where you'll find out how to set all those up and why I recommend it, etc. There's lots of help videos on there. So I'm just going to attach this one right now to the deposit. So I'm just going to click on edit, and I'm going to attach my contract to here. So I've got one contract in here already. I'm just going to take that one out just to show you. So I've got my coaching agreement I've just uploaded. Okay, I'm just going to untick that for now and click save. Okay, so you can see I've got my contract attached to my deposit. Okay, so what I'm now going to do is I'm on the phone with a contact, and we're actually going through and they want to move forward. So let me just pull up a contact here. Okay, and this is obviously what would happen. So let me just pull up an email like so. Click update. There we go. So I've got my contact. I'm just going to go into this one here. And obviously you'd have a card. So you take a card. Now, obviously you have to have a card to be able to put a program to that person. So you say, okay, you take your card details, you then go to the program, and now you're going to allocate the program, which the program will then automatically kick off the contract being sent to them, ready for signing. So again, it makes you look super professional because you're also organised. It's all going to happen at a swipe of a digital pen, so to speak. So we're now going to go to the program. You go, great, okay, I've got your card details. I'm going to put them in. So now we're going to attach the program, which is the deposit. So we're going to go in here, we're going to select the program, which is the deposit that we're going to put into them. Okay, we're going to bill them £500, let's say, as we've agreed. We're going to take that payment now, so we're going to click prepare payment. I need to put a description in because anything that's it needs me to do, it's going to tell me. So I'm just going to call this payment 1 and click prepare payment. And again, if any of these are not sure what to do with payments or contract or programs, please check the member support area where we go through obviously all of that and the software and lots of videos on there. So we're now ready to go. We're going to process that payment. Now, what's automatically happened is you say, great, that payment's just gone through. So, Mark, what you'll now do is you'll have two emails from me. One is telling you that we've processed the payment and that's gone through okay. And you also have an email with your contract on there, which I need you to digitally sign. And that's very, very easy to do. Instructions are in the email, what you need to do. But essentially, you click a link and then you just draw your signature. Once you've read the contract that you're happy, you sign it. And then we receive that back automatically. So I know you've received the contract and that you're happy to move forward. And we've obviously taken your deposit and we've agreed the payment terms are XYZ. They'll all be set up, so that's all good to go. Welcome on board, we're good to see you. So if you can get that contract back to me, then we're good to go, okay? And then obviously after that, once you've got the contract back, you'll be notified in the system, and again, check the members area support videos of how that happens, so you could then send them an email back saying, great, got your contract back, this is how you access the first coaching call or members area or whatever, and that can all happen obviously there like very seamlessly without you being involved in every step. So, as you can see here, we look now at the primed here. We can see here there's no contract signed. We can see that obviously the payment has gone through okay. So we now need to get this from not signed to signed. So what we're now going to do is I'm going to pretend to be the client and I'm going to head on over to my email and I'm just going to refresh my email. And what we'll find is we should have some emails in here. Now, sometimes it can come in a second. Sometimes it might take up to 20 minutes to come through. But we can see here, we've got the payment received email. Okay, and that's just saying, yep, your payment's been received. But we also then have this one, your program contracts. So, hi Mark, your contract has been signed to program. Here is your contracts are attached. So basically what they can do here is click this. This is your PDF of the contract that you have set up. It's given them, let's just let that load up. It's a slow internet, apologies here. So this will obviously show all the 5 pages in this case of this contract. There we go, like so. So there's my contract. Okay, now obviously normally with like DigiSign or DocuSign or whatever, they click in here and sign it. However, we've given them instructions in here, but they now have a record of this. It says here, this is the contract, signature required, and click here to sign your contract. So they click the sign button to sign their contracts. Up pops just the contract they're signing, so they know what they're signing and we know what they're signing. We then says please sign here. Now all they need to do literally is just on their mouse pad or using their mouse is just hold the mouse key down and draw like a pen, and that's their signature. Now if they make a mistake they can clear it, but once they've got it in like so, that's a signature, a bad one, but you get an idea. They click save signature. That's now saving it and it's now been approved, so we now know they have signed it. Okay, it tells them they've signed it, contract's been signed, that's the date and time, so we now have a digital signature stamp to say on that date, at that time, they agreed to the terms of your contract in working with them. So again, should you have any problems, you can always reference it back. Now, how do we know whether that's actually all come back in okay? Well, we can look at the view contact. If I now just refresh their page, we now have what the contract was they signed, because obviously it's assigned to that program, and you can get the ID number. We have what date and what time it was signed and a copy of their signature. So again, you could always take a screenshot of that and say, well look, you signed it on this date, so we have a reference of that, okay? And then now obviously now I can send emails to that person, do whatever I want to do, text messages, anything I want to do, but at least now I have their signature agreement on that contract to say, yep, I'm all good to go, I'm in the program, my payment has been made. And now obviously then if I'm going to do any other payments, I then set that up in the pending payments, obviously by doing the other payments inside of that payments there, by assigning them the payment plan program, and then it goes from there, okay? So that's the easiest way to get contracts set up, put into the system, get them digitally signed, and also see them on their contact, so you have it now on file, so you have their full agreements with everything that's going on.